Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. It's a pleasure to be before you on this Sunday morning. Always a pleasure to be used as a servant to help you guys make money. That's what I'm going to say. Hey, we got a lot to talk about today as usual. And it's Sunday, so I will have my inspiration today. And we'll go from there, man. I love Sundays. I absolutely love Sundays. Okay. So let's just go into some of the data. I wrote some notes here. We got important inflation data that we are going to focus on. Okay. This week coming up. We got a CPI and PPI. Again, remember, we have monthly. These come in monthly, so it shouldn't be a surprise to anyone that they're coming in. I think that's a little better. Get that little shine off my forehead. So we got a CPI and PPI coming in, right? Jobs and PCE will be coming later, but we got CPI, Consumer Price Index, and PPI, Producers Price Index, coming this week. These are inflation data that's going to let us know where inflation is. Okay. CPI is exactly what it means. Consumer Price Index. It measures the rate of change, things that consumers consume. And then PPI, which is produced. Things are produced first. So PPI measures the rate of change of producers, and then you have producers and consumers, just to make it plain. Okay. We know that PCE is the Fed's preferred gauge, but he does use CPI also. So when those numbers come in, the market can move up or down. You guys know how this goes. But now the main focus is on jobs. Okay. Jobs, PCE and jobs. And the job market is a lagging indicator showing that the economy is getting worse. Okay. And remember a year ago when I told you guys that the Fed's job was to cause stress cracks in the job market by increasing interest rates, because what is one of the things that causes inflation is when consumers have too much money. And remember when we had the Suez Canal being jammed after 2020. So we had people with money. We had the government paying people more money than they were making at their jobs to stay home. And then they have increases. And then they started ordering stuff. That causes prices to go up and inflation. Then the shipments, because of the Suez jam, made it even worse. And then people having more money made it even worse. So that's one of the tools and the ways that the Fed is able to contain inflation. The Fed's job is the economy over the stock market. I want you guys to always remember that. All right, we got a lot to go. This week, I believe tomorrow, two of the stock that we've been in, BBAI and OKLO. So BBAI and oklo. Now we went into the BBAI warrants, and I don't have much. I'm up, and I didn't get a lot of them, but I'm going to keep what I have. And we're going to see what the reports are, good or bad. It's not enough. I didn't have enough money in it to really move the Richter scale. People in Money Moves, you guys saw when I was buying, and you saw that I said I wasn't buying a lot, but I did buy the warrants at the bottom, and that's why I'm up. OKLO, I have a larger position in because I believe in it longer term. So OKLO, even if it has a negative, even if they have an earnings miss, I believe that it is early for what they are going to do. Even with the big beautiful bill being positive for OKLO, I believe that we have more room to make more money. So if that earnings come in bad, I'm personally going to buy more of OKLO. Okay. Actually, if it comes in bad and OKLO does dip, especially if it dips more than 5%, then I will be buying more long term, because I do believe it's going to be up, especially because of the big, beautiful bill. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. I'm simply telling you what I'm doing, okay? All of the market pullbacks have been short-lived. I want you guys to take notice of that. They've been short-lived, okay? I'm going to say this again. Every single time without fail, when the president starts to ramp up his tariff talks, okay, being more aggressive or more hawkish on tariffs, that was always a buy signal. It was always a buy signal before now, right? So now, I didn't look at crypto, but again, I'm going to piggyback off of yesterday's video. I did not buy yesterday because the alts were literally going up. Ethereum was going up, and I just was not going to chase that. I'm going to sit back and wait for yet another pullback. We know that now you can add, the president has signed a bill that clears the way for you to add crypto to your 401ks. All right. So businesses, money managers, and all of that, you know what he did with the banking. Just so, if for those of you that don't know, the banking system had a code on anything crypto related that they would not custodial it, and it was not seen. They were de-banking people that even had crypto. So we did away with that also. So the path is still being cleared for crypto. All right. And especially Bitcoin and Ethereum. So just keep that in mind. And for those of you that say, hey, it could fall, you know, they could change the rules and legislation and all of that. That may be true. But we know that the present president will be in there for a few more years. So there's a lot of money to be made. That's all I'm going to say for those of you that's skeptical. Okay. All right. I'm going to give you guys real briefly a few things I want you to think about, okay, to be ready for whatever is to come, right? I want to say, number one, on the way up, like when a stock, let's go back to the stock market. When a stock, it's on its way up. You know, those of us in Money Moves, sometimes we'll get into a play and it's literally up 100% within 7 days, where my money move is at. Let's just use a number that everybody is like, you got a stock and it's up by 50%, and you see that nice round number, it says 50%. And let's say you have, let's say you got 25 shares. It's a inexpensive stock. And you got 25 shares and it's 50, you are up 50%, and you keep looking at that nice round number. So you don't put any more money in it. I used to make that mistake. That's a huge mistake. If you see, especially you check the fundamentals and then you check the charts. And if you see that stock can continue to go up like 100%, then you dollar cost average on your way up. That means that you destroy that 50%, okay? And your percentage will start going down, but the amount of money you will make will actually go up. So I dollar cost average my way up. And so now my percentage is down, but the amount of money I earned is up. Follow? So that's one of a key principle that I want you to take away. That's a takeaway. Okay. So if you think you're too late, and you think that the market is top heavy, I know there's a lot of influencers that's been on here for like 3 years talking about, and I understand it, but for the last 3 years, market crash, market crash, market crash, market crash. Well, you've missed a lot of money if you listen to them. Is a market crash coming? Yes, it is. It's coming. Is a bull run coming? Yes, it is. It's coming. A crash, a correction, and a bull run is always coming. No one knows when, but it's always coming. It's a rolling wheel. And your job is to get in low and ride it high. Your job, if you're swing trading, is to buy low and sell high. Your job, if you are holding a stock for 20 years, is to buy it low and continue to dollar cost average. Okay. So if you're late, there's a rule of thumb to save 20% in cash if you think the market is too frothy, and then you start to dollar cost average in. What Larry's rule of thumb is if you think that is too high, then you only invest 25% and you save 75%. And you keep doing that until you see a major pullback by at least 10%. That's what Larry's rule of thumb is, and that's how Larry wins in this game. Okay, so those are a couple of rules I want you guys to look at. And lastly, find a good stock that you can be invested in for a period of 5 to 7 years. Good stock. Earnings, quarterly earnings are on the uptrend, right? Margins are on the uptrend, and look at the PE. When you see a good, I'm talking about the Teslas, I'm talking about the Apples, and you could see Apple hit a wall, hit a ceiling, and just been here all of this time. But I can tell you that Apple is going to have another pump. So find a stock and just be committed to it 5 to 7 years. And I'm not talking about penny stock. I'm not talking about low cap stock. I'm not even talking about BBAI or any of these. Those are swing trades for us. Okay. I'm just talking about long-term, solid companies that have revenue. And a lot of these new AI companies have no revenue, right? So I just want to be clear on that. So let me get to my inspirational. And I'm going to say this. I'm dedicating this to Ralph Johnson of Earth, Wind, and Fire. 7-time Grammy winner, Ralph Johnson. 7-time double black belt. Radio personality. I mean, you name it, he's done it. 7-time Grammy winner. What? Double black belt. Y'all don't know about it. Licensed scuba diver. What else?
Let me tell you something. Y'all better stock up with Larry Jones.
No, we talking about Ralph Johnson, original member of the Earth, Wind, and Fire. This dude has done everything. Co-pilot. You know, when I was going through a rough time, good people, I'm gonna take my glasses off. I got these allergy eyes. When I was going through a rough time, Ralph Johnson from Earth, Wind, and Fire would call me. He would call me. He was calling me during my situation with my dad being sick. I would say I had a headache or anything. He wouldn't just text me. He would pick up the phone and call me. And this is gonna lead to something. You reap what you sow. And he would just pick up the phone and call me, and I would just go, I'll be honest with you guys, I would go, these guys are the soundtrack of my life. This is my favorite band on the planet. And this dude is calling me. And we've become good friends over the last year and a half. And I just don't, talk about it. So they came here to Chicago at the Ravinia, packed, just sold out. And the day before we had dinner, and I'm telling you, we just connected. And he said something to me that really moved me. He said, Larry, every night, I pray for your dad. And when I tell you, you could have bought me for a nickel and got 4 cents back, I'm telling you, that really moved me. During the fires in the Palisades, I believe that was California, his son's house burned to the ground. And I saw that. And you know what I did? I gave. And so this is what I want to tell you. Okay. He didn't ask me for anything. Okay. But I gave, and I went to see him, and I'm just going to say this, and I'm just using Ralph Johnson as an example, because he is a good brother. He's become my big brother, right? I'm just calling him big brother. Okay. So I'm just telling you that you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. I'm going to ask you this. When someone is in need of oxygen, do you bring them air or a dagger? The power of life and death is in your tongue. So do you bring, someone needs oxygen, do you bring air or do you bring a dagger to stab them in the back? That's what I want to ask you, because there are some reaping and sowing laws that are laws. Okay, Galatians 6:7. I want you guys to check that out. It says, whatever a man sows, that shall he also reap. And when it says man, it means man and woman. But there's 3 points I want to leave with you, right? You reap what you sow, right? Then you reap where you sow. So you reap what you sow and you reap where you sow. Are you speaking life over yourself first and over other people, or are you speaking death? Because you're going to reap what you sow. When people come to me and says, hey man, these guys are lying on you on YouTube, they're going to reap what they sow. I have nothing to do with that. They have everything to do with sowing discord, sowing dissension, and they're going to reap it. Some of you have family members that all they do is reap. They sow drama. They sow dissension. They tell you about your other sibling. It's always negative. Quit being a garbage dump for them. Tell them, don't bring me no more bad news. I don't want to hear it. I'm not your trash can. Tell that to your friends, okay? So you reap what you sow. And I got this from Pastor Rick Cochran a couple of weeks ago. You reap what you sow. You reap where you sow. So where are you sowing? And not just with your words, with your time and your dime. What are you sowing? I sow money into people and into projects that I think is good. I have a youth center that I give money to every year. That's what I sow, because I love the youth, and I was once those youth in a troubled neighborhood. So I sow, but I reap where I sow. I sow financially, I reap financially. I sow spiritually, I reap spiritually. I speak life over you, and people like Ralph Johnson was speaking life over me. All right? I'm telling you, if you want things to change, change your ways. And then it says, when you sow sparingly, you will reap sparingly. When you sow bountifully, you will reap bountifully. Don't be cheap when you sow. All right? But if you are generous when you sow, you will receive genuinely, okay? Generously, all right? Sorry about that. So start with your words. Speak life over yourself, over your spouse, over your loved ones, over your friends, over your country, and over people that don't look like you. Speak life. Start there. And then look at your receipt. You can tell where a man's heart is when you look at his receipts. What are you sowing financially? Where are you putting your money? Okay? So start by at least speaking life and using that tool, your tongue, to speak life. You're either going to speak life or death. What are you speaking when you wake up in the morning? You know that commercial, what's in your wallet? What's in your heart? Right? I love each and every one of you. I got to take the glasses back off to say this. I love each and every one of you. I speak life over each and every one of you. I'm praying right now, guys. I speak life over each and every one of you. I speak life over your health first, your wealth, your family, and your finances. Every one of you. And if you want me tonight, I'm going to be praying. Just leave me, hashtag me. And I'm just going to look over them. And tonight when I pray, I'm praying over your finances. This is a financial page. I'm praying that God blows your mind with finances over the next 5 years, whether the market is up or down. Okay. And then I want you guys to follow and do the same thing. Okay. Some of you guys have been struggling financially, And I know this is a long video. I'm going to tell you this again. There's a lot of people on this platform that say, hey, I taught at this place. I got an MBA in this, and I went to Harvard and all of this. I did. I'm a guru. I'm not. I'm smart. I wasn't. I flunked math in high school and had to take it over again. I was just like you. I am you. I'm from the dirt, just like you. From the struggle, just like you. If you white, I'm from the struggle, just like you. If you black, I'm from the struggle. Chinese, Asian, it doesn't matter. Italian, it doesn't matter. I'm just like you. We are the same. Struggles. There's struggles in every nationality. Don't get it twisted. I travel all over this world. People struggle. But I'm telling you that I do now, post-COVID, I do every single thing the polar opposite of what I used to. Everything. And guess what? My outcomes are the polar opposite. I dare you. I dare you to try it. All right? I'm going to leave it right there because there's so much that's flooding my mind that I want to tell you guys about my own life, how God has changed my own life. He changed the way I think, the way I walk and talk. It's all different. Okay? If you're a negative person, I got about two seconds to be around you. And then I want to get as far away from you as possible. I'm going to treat you like the plague. I'm going to pray for you, but you can't hang with me. I hang around positive people that are looking forward. All right. I love you guys. I'm going to leave it right there. Live, love, laugh, and learn.